listening.
మీరు చెప్పండి సార్, నేను మీ రికార్డింగ్ వీడియో వింటాను తర్వాత.
Yeah. So
ఓకే.
the entrepreneurship is something which is dependent upon the person who is having interest to do something new.
Yeah.
నెక్స్ట్ అక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలా? మీ దగ్గర అనుకుంటా. నెక్స్ట్ పేజ్.
లేదు, ఇంకా స్టార్ట్ చేయలేదు, మిమ్మల్ని ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేయాలి కదా సార్.
ఉంచండి చేయండి సార్.
Commissioner sir. Yeah.
Should I introduce myself?
No, wait.
Respected the director of our group of institutions, Dr. C.V. Krishna Reddy sir, the most eminent resource person today we have, who has vast experience in research and development, innovations, patents, and IPRs, Dr. C.H. Kameshwara sir, who is emeritus professor in Annachi, who worked in our institution, and senior deputy manager, general manager retired, BHL R&D Hyderabad, respected Dean School of Pharmacy and School of Management Science, respected heads, professors, faculty and students. Very good afternoon to all of you. It's really very happy for me to give only 2 lines of sir's introduction at nutshell. Dr. C.H. Kameshwara sir, as I said very clearly that sir had very vast experience in R&D division as a senior deputy general manager, R&D Hyderabad. Then after retirement even, sir did not stop working. Sir has started working in the most prestigious institutions as head of the department, as professor, dean R&D in very reputed institutions, and sir has been involving in very innovative and patent related activities. He is in a position to guide. Under Kameshwara sir, 6 members already awarded their PhDs. Still
76.
I think sir is around 73, 74. Still is very young and dynamic.
I got my PhD. 76. I got my PhD. 76.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. 76 years, but is very active.
Age is 74, sir. Age 74. I got my PhD in 76.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Sir has completed his PhD in 76. Presently, sir's age is 74. Even at the age of 74, he has been very active in all these activities. You see, the moment when you look at the title, Innovative Entrepreneurship and Atmanirbhara Startup Management, very important. He's a very resource person to very important organizations. With this very brief introduction, I welcome you, sir. It's really very fortunate to all of us to have your gracious presence today, sir. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir.
Thanks a lot. See, I am very happy to talk to all those people who are present there, because that was an institution where I stayed more than almost 3 years. 4 years I stayed. Nowhere else I was more than 1 year or 1.5 years at the most. Only at Tirumala, I think I stayed for 2.5 years. So it's all because of C.V. Krishna Reddy Saab and also Nalla Narasimha Reddy Saab and Raju Garu. Their affection only kept me for continuing up to 4 years.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
No, it's all true. I'm not a sincere statement, sir. And
Sir.
Now the particular topic which we are talking about is very pertinent to Indian people today, because until now there is no word like Atmanirbhara startup management. In fact, the present government has started what is known as Make in India. And this Make in India he is now also in defense. They are making lot of defense equipment on their own now. Until now, mostly all the equipment were bought out from countries like Russia and other various nations. But Modi Saab has taken a decision to have a Atmanirbhara situation here in defense also. In fact, I am working on a particular topic for defense as a review committee member, and it started only last year. This is a nuclear, this nuclear mini submarine, nuclear submarine. So all the technology that is there in this area is not at all available because it's a defense equipment. No other country shares this type of knowledge with the others. So most of our people who are working on that, there are about 12 to 13 companies who are working in this area. All of them are trying to do again and again and revising the design. But we are very sure because our experience is there in the nuclear plant design, thermal plant design, and so on. So we are sure that maybe we struggle for 3 or 4 years, but once we come up with our own, next time onwards, it becomes very simple, very easy, and will not be much difficult. So having said that, what is this so-called innovation? Very quickly, I will try to finish. I think I am given only at the most 45 minutes now because you have to catch your bus at 4 o'clock. So the point is innovation is something very, very creative. You need to be an intelligent person and should have the tendency to be creative. It's not, of course, that easy, but what I observe in general is, suppose you immerse yourself in a particular topic. Immerse yourself means knee deep, something like getting into a sea and swimming inside the water. If you are filled up with that type of tendency to do something new, mind gets creative. Luckily, that is an arrangement which the nature has given us. Our mind is a creative mind. In fact, only thing is 95% of our body is a machine, is a robot. But you people don't recognize that we are naturally born and brought up robots. We are all have machinery, but in the garb of skin and blood and so on. So this is also 95% a machine. It works like a machine because it gets up in the morning, it does every damn thing on its own. It's an automated robot, which we don't recognize. And this robot is designed in such a way that it is having unique features in each and every individual. Your face is different, my face is different, my mental makeup is different, your mental makeup is different, and so on. So many things are different. So as a machine, we do so many things, but at the same time, we have a capability of so-called consciousness, which can give you new ideas, but you need to completely immerse yourself in that particular subject and topic. Maybe you strive for about 10 days and suddenly stop and saying that I could not get any solution. But the second day, when you are in the toilet taking bath, you may get that idea and solve the problem. So that is how it works. So if you want to be innovative, you must be completely immersed in that. No other subject should bother you. No other topic should bother you. Don't.
Commissioner, sir.
Sir, tell me, sir.
Sir, slide, is it okay, sir? First
So
slide.
I'm just going through. Before I start, I thought I will tell something which is around that. Identify characteristics of successful entrepreneurs.
Yes.
The thing is, who are the successful entrepreneurs? If you know, then say for example, the see Tatas, starting from Tatas, all the Tata projects were successful because they maintain the quality and they are not just for money. So every successful entrepreneur has an initiative and also he looks at the economic part of the project also, and he takes all the opportunities and is prepared for any risk also. See, most of the entrepreneurs, they start their own business. They're actually taking a lot of money from their own self and investing in the business. While you are doing that, many people will warn you and tell you, look, you may be entering, you may be getting lost. If you are not properly managing the whole show, you may lose a lot of money. So this type of a, what you call the fear they create. But I'm only saying that once you concentrate and look deep into the subject, you will get beautiful new ideas. And once you continue to be immersed, just you should not come out of it. Continue to get into that meditation or whatever you call it, swoon, whatever you call it. It should be the only way to get a creative outlook. Infosys Murthy, or for example, even the Windows, Google, whatnot, all these technical companies which are there now in the the San Francisco group, all Indians are CEOs. We are very good at creative work, and in fact, all the IT companies in India are doing copy paste only. What else? Copy paste into Excel sheet, only different material, different data. So the thing is, we are intelligent, but we are not utilizing all our intelligence, seriously, because we fear that business will be a loss. Only people who sustain, who have lost money but gained money, who has a lot of patience to survive, continue, those people only became successful entrepreneurs. So move next slide, please. Next slide, please. So this we call this type of investing money from our own pocket or from somebody's pocket who is having a interest in your business and he is having a share in your business also. We call them as venture capitalists. What is this venture? Venture is adventure. It is in fact an adventure to put money in such a thing which you do not know what is the outcome of this whole business. So venture capitalists, some money provided by large investors to finance new products and new businesses that have a good chance to be very profitable. So these people are, they know how the business works, they know how the capital moves. So they are all venture capital. There are only few people, not many. Venture capitalists are there to, if at all your project which you present to them is interesting and they see some inside strength in that, they will come forward and give you money. Don't worry, man. We are here. We will give you money. Don't bother about loss and all that, but move forward. So as I told you, so many people may say creativity, innovation, and so on. These words they don't even know when they are uttering. It only comes when you are completely immersed in the subject and running to get something new. Chanting repeatedly also will help you get some new idea. And the idea comes not when you are sitting and thinking on it. Suddenly mind will be working continuously. So somewhere after 2 or 3 years at night, 10 o'clock, suddenly you wake up and get this idea. Anything can happen. That's why innovation, creativities are only things which can be experienced but cannot be defined well. So improvements, any improvement, for example, say you make let me tell you one of my experiences. In VHL, I went to almost all the 8 units of VHL. In Bhopal, Haridwar, Ranchi, all these units I went and gave 3 days lectures on patenting, intellectual property rights. All the senior executives of BHL R&D, BHL, they told me that a lot of changes have to be made when you want to implement something which you bought out from German company or Japanese company or any other company. So then whatever changes they make, because they may not be having the same lathe machines, they may not be having the same machinery for all the other operations, then what they do is they will try to fit into the equipment that they have in the plant. So while they are making those changes to somehow see that the product is made in the Indian shop, Indian company, there all these changes can be used to file patents. File patents. There are new ideas. We think that we only try to do something to adjust to the equipment here, but there is a lot of innovation there. While you are doing it to see that ultimately the product comes out successful, is it not? So this whatever changes we made in many equipments, nuclear plant, thermal plants, lot of electrical equipment, and so on, we pulled all those things and filed 300 patents. Suddenly, how innovation has come? Innovation is going on, but you have never recognized that is also an innovation. So innovation means any change which has brought down the necessary money to be invested, nor the time taken for ultimately making the product. Any particular thing, time, money, and effort. Maybe a new method will reduce your necessary effort and work. Is it not good? So that way, very sometimes our people, they don't know what is meant by creativity. They don't know the importance of a new idea. They throw it out. Simple things particularly, they throw it out. But you should consider one thing. What exactly is a new idea? And the new idea, is it reducing the labor cost? Is it reducing the economic expenditure? Good, you implement. In fact, if you don't mind, I'll tell you one small joke. Please take it as a joke only. See, when the combined families were there, lot of people are there, and then everybody is eating, and only one person is earning money. You may be going and farming or whatever it is. One person is earning, all others are eating and sitting and eating. But what happened later on is there is a nuclear family which was formed later on. We all know. In the nuclear family, there is no father or mother. Father and mother are kicked out of the boat. Why? Because mother-in-law is creating lot of problems. How to solve? Every time we see so many movies and stories, there where mother-in-law is a real problem. Mother-in-law thinks that she has given her son to that lady, so she has power on her and tries to dictate. So what is the problem? The problem is a very real problem, mother-in-law problem. But what happened slowly, people could find a nuclear family, which is ultimately throwing out the mother and father. Both are, because father is necessary for mother-in-law, though both are thrown out and problem is solved. I'm just joking. So this is how anything which is coming in your way, an obstacle, if you can find a new way of removing it and still running the show, that is what is necessary in innovation, creativity, and that will automatically bring improvements and so on. Next slide, please. So, what are the characteristics of a small business? So, the owner is usually the manager himself. Usually only one or two locations they will have the work going on, maybe two shops. Typically serves a small market. So a small business is, many times what happens is people who pass out in engineering, they will be waiting to have a government job. Other government jobs are now become only contract jobs, so they are also temporary. So people are now looking for all IT companies or so many other companies which will pay them more with less effort, less intelligence. But that is not going to be the case in the coming years. You will be challenged in every part of your own job. So you must be mentally very alert. You must be having capability to understand almost all the software equipment that is there available till today. You know, particularly the top management today, top executives as well as our Prime Minister, they are very much aware of technological advancement which are there. They will try to utilize all the technology that is available. Now, if at all you are sitting on internet and trying to solve a problem, people will laugh at you because they don't know the power of the laptop, the power of the company, the power of the mobile now. Mobile apps are there, you see. Many thousands of apps are there. Some are bank related apps, some are commercial apps. So many apps are there, some medical apps are there. Thousands of apps are there. You know one thing, it is very easy to really create a app. There are a lot of, and suppose you do a search for app development, you will find very simple methods of doing it. It's not difficult. We think that we should write a code. There are many things which are available as something like two instruments which can be patched up and create your own app. Making an app is a big business now. So many apps you might have seen, including the government's Ayush app also. A lot of information you can pass on, lot of information you can receive, and the data transfer, data acquirement, all this will help a lot in lot many ways to do a job. Not many people recognize. And in the app business, China is the number one. But recently, I think Indian government is wise enough to see some apps of China not implemented in this country. They are banned. So slowly, the app development is damn easy. I'm telling you, people who are listening to me, if at all, they go and see how to create an app. So many available facilities are there. You just patch up and you got to come out with an app. So mobile apps are very important, and they are the creative ones which can give you money. Simply put it 2 or 3 advertisements there and you get money. Okay, next slide, please. See, many people fail because somewhere you get stuck up due to lack of money, and you don't know exactly. You don't inquire. You don't research. You don't go to Google and research. You don't have the capability to search in YouTube. You see, YouTube is an ocean. I'm telling you, deep sea. You can go and, but you should have a lot of patience to sit and search and search and search. It is like suddenly it comes out. You know, you are fed up. You want to stop, but suddenly it surfaces, and whatever you are looking for is there. So only one thing which we need, even in Google search, as well as the YouTube search, you need to have patience, and you should be ready for surprises. Surprisingly, suddenly, whatever you are looking for, the Google gives you, the YouTube gives you. So this is my personal experience, I'm telling you, because there may be a mental consciousness exchange with the Dell computer or whatever computer you have. Something comes up, and then you will come out with a solution. So next slide, please. So employment growth by business size. See, you may say startups are only small companies which cannot give employment to a lot of people and all that. But today, you don't know that the government's push to have new companies, startup companies, a lot of money government is giving now as loan. They can use that money and then start a business. So many people are pushed into this business now, new business, and there may be only 1 to 9 employees. Somebody has idea, he comes forward, and he takes the money from the venture capitalist and starts the company. And his intelligence is ultimately the one which will completely advance the company, making more and more money. But only one thing, try to understand, particularly in a new business, you must be concentrating on that completely. Just like that, if you employ some people, and you are not an intelligent fellow, you are not continuously following, and you think those people can take care of it, you are in trouble. Don't take that trouble. We also intelligent in a way to read, continuously get as much information as possible, pass it on to these people. So together you can achieve something. So 1 to 9 employees in general, and then 20 to, so there are two different types of companies. Small company 1 to 9, a little bit better 20 to 99, 100 employees, good big company, and 100 to 499 employees, moderately big one. So 500 or more employees, but a good company. So like that, how many? This blue one is 25%. Then the green one is about 20%. Then the 100 to 499 is only about 18%, something like so. 500 and more are only 36%. So this is how the distribution during 90 to 2005. Only during that time they found this growth of the employment in these companies, types of companies. Next slide, please. So what are the sources of financing entrepreneurs use for their new businesses? Naturally, he should start from his personal savings. He may be having 1 lakh or 2 lakhs or 5 lakhs. He should put that money initially and should be prepared to lose the entire money also. Then he can take from his own friends and family. Those people also should be told very clearly, I may or may not succeed. See, anything can happen. So you must, the whole friends and family, when they are lending you some money, they should know that it may get into loss even without any mistake from your side. And the venture capitalist, you can take bank loans, banks also will give loans today. So all these methods are there to get some money to start your business and take it in forward. Next slide, please. So this small business administration is not easy, I'm not saying easy, but it is definitely easier than managing some 100 people. Maybe some 20, 30, or 50 people. So it is not difficult, but you must be careful. Continuously, you must be intelligent. You must be thinking about what is happening. Every moment you should get involved and then carefully take it forward. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So if you look at this, common types of small businesses as a percentage of all small businesses. And if you take into account a group of small businesses, different types of businesses are given: educational services, art, entertainment, and recreation, information, transportation, and manufacturing, like that. So if you look at if you go down, educational is only small percent, 1%. And art and entertainment, like movies and things like that, is about 2%. Information, data collection, and so on is about 2%. Similarly, transportation and warehousing, that is storage, is about 3%. Manufacturing, 4%, 4.3%. Real estate and all, you may find 5%. Waste management, 5%, like that. So though they are small, they are there. Different types of trades are there, different types of managements are there. Different types, you see, today, as COVID was there for 2.5 years, you know, in the case of food services, so many Swiggy and Zomato, what not, so many have come as an online services, and they come and serve your food at home. And it has become now online work purchases have become routine now. Amazon is a big company, and maybe you can classify it as 500 and above company, and it is serving the public like anything. I'm telling you, Amazon. You go to Amazon and try to find out what materials they can supply. All possible. Even medicines are there on Amazon. Medicines, equipment, ACs, what not. Very, very difficult to say which is this is not there. So, only, see, one important thing we should understand is simply because of COVID, 2.5 years, so many changes have come. You also should know that at the time of First World War, as well as Second World War, when the world wars are there, lot of innovation took place. There is a statement in in general, under emergency, our mind works like hell. It's a gel. It gives a lot of ideas every minute. When the body is in emergency situation, intelligence comes, high intelligence comes when your whole body is under danger to die. When in fear, lot of intelligence comes out and works. So in First World War, Second World War, you might have, you go and see, lot of innovation took place. New and new defense machines have been invented, designed, manufactured in a short period of time. So only necessity makes you do innovation. Absolute necessity you should feel. You should feel the absolute necessity in terms of the social welfare or the protection of the country and whatever, whatnot. Very, very, very surprising thing is under duress, under lot of pressure, people they say that you go to, if you have too much of pressure, you will commit suicide. Bullshit. It is not an acceptable statement. Under pressure only we work. Our mind also will be highly intelligent under pressure. Pressure means not this physical pressure. Mentally, if you are having continuously thinking and thinking and thinking, then only some innovative ideas come. Then only you can solve a problem very quickly. And I think this you will be experiencing if at all you get involved in any research project or any small business project. When once you take responsibility personally and get into it and succeed after 2 or 3 years, oh my God, what a great achievement you have got. So that's how you feel, and that is the real truth. Next slide, please. So I'll stop here. I think how much time is there, sir? We're coming to 10 minutes, 10
Yes,
minutes
sir.
to 4.
Yes, sir.
So I will just explain this slide and stop here because I brought into the Atmanirbhara issue, so many things we have discussed in the apps, so many things I have mentioned here, brought it at the appropriate time. So we can completely close this, and after I close, after this slide, you can ask some questions and I will be glad to answer. So you must have a business plan naturally. First of all, idea, then start thinking about how many places you can put this, what type of big business or a small business, you define for yourself. What is the business plan? A written description of the business idea and how it can be carried out. This is the initial thing. Then 5 elements are there while doing this. You should be clear regarding describing the business and goals. If you are very broad, you are in trouble. So you should narrow it down to the things which you can achieve. Description of the business and goals. And then customer analysis. You must know your customers. Who are the people who are going to buy this? And who are the people who are your customers? You should know your customers. Whether they are rich people or whether they are poor people or middle class people, you should know. Whom are you addressing? Similarly, the operations plan. How do you achieve? If you have a product to be brought out or if you have a service to be made, how you will do it? Take for example a Swiggy fellow. He will, the particular company, Swiggy company, receives the order and it will identify where the product can be picked up. So if one fellow will be allotted, he will go pick up after the thing is made in the restaurant. Then he will carry it and he should know your address. He should come and personally deliver the thing to you and get the money. So all they'll calculate the effort of the fellow who is going there, picking it up, the food item, then coming and giving it at your house. All this they will calculate and try to put maybe 50 rupees something. It should not be too much. If it is too much, nobody will come. So it should be reasonably small so that the business continues. So this type of research, this type of businesses have come up particularly in the COVID time, 2.5 years. If at all somebody who does research and write a paper on how many apps are made to help give service to the people, there are so many, hundreds, thousands. Then how do you market them? Marketing plan and advertising. Advertising is also an absolute necessity. And the financial plan, how much money you think you have to invest, how much money will come. Creating a budget, you should have a budget. You should have a startup, short term or long term. Or should I just try for 3 years and then stop it? All these things one has to plan so that you will be successful. If you are optimum and intelligent enough to make a budget, create the budget, and run the startup in a short term and or a long term, you will be successful. So with these few words, I stop here and tell you only one thing. This subject of entrepreneurship is a subject which is there for management people all the time. Every MBA student should go through this entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship therefore consists of what is the type of business I can do? With all my capabilities, resources at my hand, what I can do. You should be clever enough to come to some conclusion and start. Then once you decide what is the area of business you want to do, then you should be capable of writing down what should be my goal. Whom are we going to serve? Know your customer. How to organize this business? Who will, how to get the information? So and so requires something. And then after that information obtained, how to get this done? All this you have to plan. And then even after all this is over, marketing is a big problem. But I tell you, there are some places where I have seen in US, in Philadelphia when I was there for a month or so, I found that my son was showing me. There is a place where in Philadelphia where he sells idli. But the thing is, he opens up at 9 o'clock, people are there in queue. And at 10 o'clock, at 11 o'clock, he closes it. Every day it happens. People will be in the queue. And they are very happy if they get their a portion of idli. How it happens? Definitely there is a quality issue there. How that fellow is managing, how that fellow is creating a big rush for it, and how is he satisfying them and having the business running for a long time. So I think I gave some examples like that. There are many such people. Even in Vizag, Visakhapatnam, where I am staying now, here also there are some particularly, Pesara Punukulu, they say. Pesara Punukulu. They are available only from 3 to 4. You cannot go and see. If you want Pesara Punukulu, you should go out and buy it at the time of 3 o'clock or something. Go there and then get it. Otherwise, you won't get Pesara Punukulu. Like that. It all depends. Why we go, why we search it? Because it gives a lot of satisfaction. So the customers also should be identified, that you should satisfy the customer, then only your business goes well. Okay, sir? Then any questions, please?
Please, dear participants, if you have any kind of questions, you can unmute yourself and ask sir. Sir is ready to answer your questions now. Please go ahead with your questions if any.
Here, otherwise, you can send your questions to shellapilla95@gmail.com. CHELLA Chella Pilla 95 at gmail.com.
Sure, sir. Your email ID will be shared among all the participants, sir.
Yeah, please share
And
so
they have
that
any questions, they'll.
anybody can write a question or ask for information, anything. I'll be glad to do it.
Dear participants, I think you might have noted down. The
So
email
from
ID.
my side, everything is over, sir.
Yes, sir.
I
Absolutely.
don't want you to miss your bus. And I know all the time at 4 o'clock, everybody will be rushing to the bus.
Rushing towards the bus.
And we should not become, we should not be stranded. So go. And I think I have given as much information as possible.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. You have given much information.
And, best of luck. Thanks a lot. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much, sir. Thanks for your time.
Good afternoon, Kameshwara sir.
Sir,
నేను
చెప్పండి సార్.
కృష్ణమోహన్ సార్.
ఓ కృష్ణమోహన్ గారు
బాగున్నారా సార్?
చాలా సంతోషం సార్.
Sir,
చాలా రోజులు చూసి
how
మిమ్మల్ని.
are you sir?
I'm fine indeed. By
Sir.
God's grace, my hand also
Sir.
is becoming more flexible. My wife was
Sir.
perfectly all right. So sometime we'll physically meet. We'll meet.
Sure, sure sir. Sure.
Yeah. Or online. See,
Okay, sir.
we can have a wonderful conversation on cell
Sir.
phone itself. Cell phone is equipped with so much of facilities now. We can feel
Sir.
as though you are sitting by my side when we are talking on mobile phone.
Sir, sir. Thank you sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Andy. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you Ravichandran sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir. Kameshwara, sir, with your permission.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot. Good. Have a good day. Thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your session, sir.